What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are talking about why most New Year's resolutions fail and how to make sure yours succeed. So you might have experienced this before. December 31st, you're thinking about what you want to be different next year, what changes you want to make in your life. Maybe you want to go to the gym more. Maybe you want to make more money. You have all these ideas and you say, okay, in 2025, I'm going to do this. This is going to be my goal, my New Year's resolution. And then, a couple weeks in, maybe you start off with a little bit of momentum, but you're back to your old ways. Anybody who has had a New Year's resolution is no stranger to this. You have probably failed at least once or twice. So we're going to talk about why that happens and how to make sure that doesn't happen to you this year. All right, so the first big reason why New Year's resolutions fail is because they are ideas or goals without a game plan. So I'm going to start going to the gym more. Or even if you're a little bit more specific, like I'm going to go to the gym 3 times a week. That is a goal, but that is not a plan. And in order to achieve a goal, we need to have a game plan. Imagine if your favorite sports team went out on the ice or on the field and just said, okay, guys, we're going to try to win the game, but they didn't go to practice and they didn't do any strategizing. They didn't have a plan. Well, that's not going to work. They have systems in place to try to achieve their goal of winning the game. And a lot of things that we do in life, they're like a game in the exact same way. We need to have a plan to win the game of going to the gym and leveling up our fitness and our health. Here's another way to think about it. If you have a goal, but there's a big field of tall grass in front of you, and you don't really know exactly how to get to that goal, but you know that in that direction, somewhere over there, I don't know if it's over there or over here or over there, but I know if I walk in this direction, that's like probably where the destination that I want to go is. Somewhere over there. And then you just start whacking your way through the tall grass trying to get to that goal. You're probably going to get lost. And you might say, this is confusing. This is taking more energy than I thought. And the reward is not really worth the output of all this energy. So you just walk back to where you were in that same path that you came from. And honestly, you would be right a lot of the times if you said it's not worth it and it's confusing and I'm getting lost, if you just tried to whack your way through the weeds, which is why people fail, because that's how they approach a lot of goals. But now imagine a different method of trying to get to the other side of that tall grass, where you have a drone in the air before you even take any steps. You get a drone up in the air and you see where the goal is and what the best route to take is and how to avoid certain obstacles that might surprise you along the way. And then you go and call up a contractor to come and bulldoze the path for you so that it's already laid out in front of you. And all you have to do is walk the path of least resistance. Well, if you are approaching your goal that way, if you planned and set it up in a way that all you had to do was keep putting one foot in front of the other to eventually arrive at your destination, then it's not a matter of if you achieve your goal, it's just a matter of when. And you're much more likely to be able to sustain that effort. This is effectively what planning around your resolutions, around your goals is doing. It's calling up that contractor, it's getting that drone up in the air, seeing the best path, and having a path that you carved strategically so that all you have to do is walk it. And it's going to be a lot more efficient. It's going to be a lot more simple because of that planning you did beforehand. This is the difference between resolutions that just go over to the next calendar year and become your 2026 resolution, and resolutions and goals that actually get achieved. It's the planning process. So I hope that analogy really hit that point home. Really, that's how goals get accomplished. Having a clearly defined path to minimize the energy it takes to walk that path is going to put the likelihood that you actually achieve that goal at the end of the path through the roof. And don't get me wrong, this is not a replacement for will and determination. You still need those things, but you won't need to simply rely on them to push through all those obstacles and all that guesswork, because you're clearing all of that out of the way. Now, we know that we need a plan. How do we go about making that plan? Obviously, it's going to depend on what your goal is. Everybody's plan is going to be different. It's going to be unique to them and their goals and their resolutions. And this isn't just about a New Year's resolution per se. It's about any goal that you have that you are setting out to accomplish. But in the spirit of the new year, I know a lot of people like to make goals around this time of year. The video is titled The Way It Is. Okay, so how do you go about making that plan? Well, you want to be as specific as possible. So if you're trying to get more fit and you know, okay, I want to go to the gym more, saying I want to go to the gym more is not going to cut it. How many days a week do you want to go to the gym? How long are you going to be spending in the gym each time you go? Do you have a workout plan, or are you just going to walk in the gym and kind of wander aimlessly and try to figure out different machines? So this is all part of the planning process. You should know, okay, I'm going to go to the gym 3 times a week for 25 minutes at a time, 30 minutes at a time, and this is the exercise I'm going to do every time. And 3 months, I'll reassess and make some changes if I have some progress. So you can use the internet. There's lots of good resources out there that are going to give you some good exercises for beginners or whatever your fitness level is. You can hire a coach if that's something that you're able to do to help you plan your workouts. And you can decide what time of day are you going to the gym. Are you going before work? Are you going on your lunch break? Are you going after work? Are you going to go after dinner? It's whatever works for your lifestyle. So take some time to analyze what the best path for you specifically is. What is the most realistic for you to be able to sustain and keep showing up and stick with? And make a change at the level of like who you are. If you want something to stick, if you want to build new habits, you want to be making a change at the level of your identity. You are now someone who goes to the gym regularly. And that's a belief that you're going to feed yourself and reinforce with those actions. And eventually, it's just your lifestyle. And it's not going to take something that requires a lot of power of will every time. Just, those off days where you don't feel like it. I've been going to the gym regularly for like 8 years now. And sure, I still have those off days sometimes where I kind of don't feel like it. And I just pick myself up and get out there. But for the overwhelming majority of the time, it's just a part of my lifestyle. It's something that I know I'm going to be doing. And it fits into my life wonderfully by design, guys, okay? That's the huge key here. It's all by design. It's all because of the plan that you've laid out for yourself. So when you're game planning, guys, make sure it's very specific. I'll put up an acronym. You can use this SMART goals acronym. You might have heard it before. It's kind of cliche, but it's very effective. Whenever you're designing goals, you can use this. Make sure it's specific. Make sure it's measurable, right? You can track your progress. Or if you're not making any, you can track that too and start to analyze and understand why. Make sure it's attainable. Make sure it's realistic. Rome wasn't built in a day. You're not trying to get your max bench press from 100 pounds to 300 pounds in 2 months. That's not going to happen. And then you're going to start to doubt yourself and you're going to start to get down on yourself because you're not hitting your targets. And that's not good. So make sure it is realistic and make sure it is timely, right? Set specific deadlines, monitor progress, and be able to reevaluate within certain timeframes. Personally, I do a quarterly audit to reflect on the progress that I'm making on my goals. If this sounds like a good idea to you, you can go ahead and make your life easier. Grab the Life Audit Workbook in the description down below. It's the exact same system that I use. It is very effective. You can also grab the Habit Tracking Calendar in the description below. These are both very, very effective tools and are going to help your game plan be a lot more streamlined and already help you check off some of these SMART goals, right? You can get specific in your Life Audit Workbook. It's going to be measurable with your Habit Tracking Calendar, and it's going to be timely. You can use this Life Audit Workbook to reflect on your progress and come back and reevaluate and fill out a new workbook every 3 months. So the main difference between New Year's resolutions that just get passed over to next year after 2 months of a little bit of momentum, and then they fall through the cracks, and goals actually being accomplished and things actually being changed in your life, is having this game plan, getting specific, being able to hold yourself accountable with these systems. So if that sounds like valuable information to you, be sure to subscribe to my channel for more valuable information. Make sure you grab those 2 resources down below. They could make or break your whole game plan here. And if you want some help game planning and reflecting on how you're going to set the stage to make your goals within your reach, you can book a free coaching call with me down in the description below. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, if you enjoyed it, be sure to subscribe for more valuable information. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.